Alright, what's up guys? So it's a sunny day today and I'm about to go for my morning ride. But before that, I'm just going to do a quick race recap and summary of the 3 races I had in May. So in April I signed up for 3 races and turns out they were all in May, back to back. So the first weekend was the 2x2 5K, the second was the Sundown Half Marathon, and then the third one, which just happened, was the TriFactor Duathlon or CycleRun. So I haven't had time to make 3 separate videos. So here's one video to summarize everything. So I'll be talking about these in a chronological order. So the first one that happened was the 2x2 5K, and it was the first race out of the 3. It happened on the second weekend of May, and I was expecting to do the best for it because I was training for a 5K. I wasn't really training for the half marathon or the duathlon. So yeah, I was doing a lot of running, a lot of speed work before this race, and understanding that it's going to be a hot race, especially during this period of time in Singapore, which is the warmest of the whole year. So I wasn't really expecting to crush any PBs or anything like that, but I went in with the expectation of at least running a 1650 or 1640. So I ended up running a 17-minute 5K, which honestly is not the worst thing in the world, but it's also not my proudest achievement, I guess. I did come first though and broke the tape. It was also on Mother's Day, so my mom came to watch, and it was a very cool experience. Now, in terms of how the race went, it was pretty similar to what I expected. The first 3K went out pretty strong. I was trying to conserve energy, but I was still able to average around 318 per kilometer. But the last 2 kilometers, the heat and the fatigue started to hit me. And speaking of this, on the day itself, it was actually hotter than I even expected. So I was expecting like maybe 31, 32 degrees, but on the day itself it was like 36, 37 degrees, which is pretty crazy, and there was like 0 cloud cover as well. So yeah, the heat and the fatigue started to catch up to me, and the last 2K was pretty torturous, I would say. I did end up finishing it though. Felt pretty good, got first place, and overall it was great fun. So that's that for the 5K. Now the weekend after the 5K was my most unexpected race, and I'll explain why it's my most unexpected race. So it's the Sundown Half Marathon, and if you don't know, the Sundown Half Marathon happens throughout the midnight to the next morning. So for my half marathon, it started at 11:30 p.m. And it goes on to the next morning. And like I said, I wasn't specifically training for the half marathon. I haven't done that many long runs before the race, and I kind of just expected to go in, enjoy the vibes, enjoy the atmosphere, and just finish the race and go home. So that's exactly what I planned to do. That was therefore I brought my phone, I brought my camera, because I don't usually bring my camera and my phone to races, but for this one I did, just so I can take some videos and whatever, have fun during the race. But ended up, I got 3rd place, I got on the podium, and with a local major marathon like this, you get cash prizes, you get sponsored items, you get vouchers. I also got this, what did I get? I think I got nutrition tablets and sunscreen. Oh, and I also got this muscle roller, but it's not just any regular muscle roller, it's sponsored by OSIM, and you can actually charge it and turn it on. So it works kind of like a muscle gun, like those massage guns, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, in total I got a bunch of these prizes and also a really nice looking trophy, so that was pretty cool. In terms of how the race went, like I said, I didn't go in with a lot of expectations. In fact, it happened on Saturday, but just that Saturday I had to do some work related stuff throughout the day, so I was working throughout the whole day. I woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and by the time I got to the venue of the race, I was already destroyed. So I was super tired, and I just expected to go run this race and go home after it. But ended up, I came out, like when the race started, I felt pretty strong. I was able to get to the front of the pack pretty easily without trying too hard, and I was following the 1st and 2nd place pretty well. And around 10 kilometer in, the 4th place dude, who was miles behind me, he started to catch up to me, and he eventually overtook me. But I thought to myself that since I already came so far for 10 kilometers, I only have half the race left to do. So if I just follow this guy closely, I might have a fighting chance at the end to overtake him and get third place. So that's exactly what I did. You know, I was super tired. Mentally, I was tired, and mentally, I was also wanting to give up. But I just tried my best to keep up with this dude, and apparently I did. So for the last 500 meters, I just sprinted for the finish and came third place a few seconds before him. So yeah, that was the race. Again, the atmosphere, the vibes is amazing. I had so much fun, and the organizing of the race is also super well done. So yeah, I really had a lot of fun. It was an amazing race. It was also very unexpected results, but at the end of the day, you know, a third place is a third place, so I'll take it. Alright, so that takes us to the last race of the month, which was the TriFactor Duathlon. And if you don't know what a duathlon is, it's basically a bike and a run combined into a single race. So for this duathlon, it was 2 laps of bike, 1 lap of run, and then 2 laps of bike again. So the first bike leg, first of all, before I even get to the race, I was feeling like very confident, and my morale was super high going to this race because of the previous 2 races. So I was expecting to do pretty well, and fun fact, I also changed my bike tires prior to the race, so I was very excited to try out these new tires, and I think that also mentally set me up really well for the race. But anyways, so for the first bike leg, there was a lot of amazing cyclists for this race, so I didn't really have any lead, or in fact I wasn't even first at all. I think I came to the first transition as I think 4th or 5th place. So yeah, the cyclist was super fit and it was super fast, and I couldn't really, I could keep up with them, but I couldn't really break away from the pack. So we went into the transition, and I had a really good transition to the run. I had a really fast transition, and coming out the run, I had a really solid run as well. So coming out the run, I came first place, and I was able to have another good transition from the run to the bike, and then I maintained that lead from the run and won the race. And fun fact about the race is that because of Cat 1 weather, like they had a whole thunderstorm before the race started, so they actually reduced the second bike leg to only 1 lap instead of 2 laps. And I think that really played to my favor, because I don't think I'll be able to win if there was 2 laps of bike instead of 1. Because coming off the run, I had a pretty good lead, but I was really like putting everything I could onto that pedal to I was basically having an individual time trial for the last lap of cycling, for the last lap of bike, because I was really just trying to maintain my lead and not let the second place catch up to me. And I was really giving it my all, and luckily there's only 1 lap, so I was able to finish first. But if there was 2 laps, then I wouldn't know if the second place would be able to catch up to me or not, but I feel like they would, because like I said, they were really good cyclists. And yeah, so that came first, and overall I think I had a really good month of racing, and I had so much fun. All 3 races was super awesome. They were all different in their own ways, but the overall experience was all super fun. And sometimes I think it's important to just go for those races as an exposure, to meet people, to try out different distances of racing, and also try out different events. So yeah, May was super awesome, and from now on I'm going to take a short break from racing and just trying to build up that aerobic base. And my next big race is going to be in August. It's going to be the PTO Duathlon, so that's going to be very exciting. And by then I would have ORD'd from NS as well, so I cannot wait. And thanks for watching. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe, all that good stuff as usual. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.